It's week 9 of the 2022 season, and we'll get a look here at Davis Mills. He got his reps in a week ago, over 400 yards through the air. It's the Texans and the Eagles on Thursday night.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, we start Week 9 with a prime-time matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Houston Texans. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game? In these types of situations, you're looking for someone to inspire you, and it doesn't have to be one of your best players either.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? From the 10. As the Texans offense runs out, we get a peek at the man under center. Second-year quarterback Davis Mills out of Stanford.
I guess we have to nickname him the thrower, aren't we, or something like that.
After last week?
I mean, man, you're talking about over 400 yards throwing the ball. The running backs and everyone else may be looking at him like, hey, don't forget us. And he'd probably just tell them, listen, you want to get involved?
Go out.
Go out and catch some passes. I'll make sure you touch it.
Mills looking to the air right away. And incomplete to open things up. He was trying to get it to A.J. Brown that time, but it's going to be second down.
Well, CD, you see some of the injuries that have popped up for this franchise, and obviously hoping to get these guys back sooner rather than later.
Yeah, and these guys, they've been hearing the mantra next man up since their Friday night light games in high school. It's 3 simple words, but they're absolutely perfect to use, and everyone has adopted them. Next guy up, do your best.
Mills on 3rd and 2. That's complete to John Ross. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. The Texans now at 2 and 5 to start play. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Again, it's Mills. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. It's caught inside the 25. That one good for 37 yards.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. First run of the game here for Dameon Pierce. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. What a play there by Fletcher Cox to get in and knock him down behind the line.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him and keep him from disrupting your offense.
Now on 2nd and 13. Mills swings this one out wide for Pierce. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing, Mills. Dancing to his left. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
Hey, that was a good job there defensively. They didn't allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, They really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Now, for the first time, we get to see this Philadelphia offense led out by their dual-threat quarterback now in his third season, Jalen Hurts.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts.
Looking here for Smith downfield.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Brad McDougal.
And the Texans are going to take possession of the football. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
The sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
Here's Nico Collins, and this offense getting set to go for another drive.
Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. You know, the good stuff. Got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing. Change things up a little bit and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make him uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
First down, Mills.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10.
On play action, Mills.
And this is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Here's Mills.
And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete. Fairbairn able to put this one through, and that will make it 6-0.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. They find themselves down here after an interception on their opening drive led to a field goal. But all in all, you'd have to say fortunate to be only down 6.
Yeah, and you know how teams huddle on the sideline before they come out on the field in between series? Guaranteed what's said there is, guess what, guys? We take this ball, move it downfield, put it in the end zone, we're right back to even.
Out to his left. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down.
Now the Eagles and Texans, polar opposites last year in terms of running the football. The Eagles were number 1 in the league. The Texans, 32nd, dead last. And in fact, the Eagles ran for nearly twice as many yards as the Texans did in 2021. Hurts finding Smith for the Philly first.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. Looking to throw again on second down. Hurts. This is Smith with a grab.
And he will go out of bounds down at the 15-yard line.
A big play there for Philly. 45 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. On the draw, here's Sanders.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
This will be caught just inside the 10.
Here we go, here we go.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Hurts.
This is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Robbie Anderson. His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Eagles are an extra point away from taking the lead.
Good bounce back drive right there through the pick on drive number 1. Drive number 2 leads them right down the field into the end zone.
Agreed totally. Excellent bounce back. Tremendous poise. Confidence never lost. And obviously he transmitted that to his teammates as well. What a really nice drive.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good, so they go the conservative route instead, and it gets them a 7-6 lead here in the opening quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
From the 6. And he returns this to the 22. Damian Pierce taking the field with the rest of the Texans offense.
A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We were watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complementary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. A boatload of carries, 111 for yards, and a touchdown.
And now that he's playing a Thursday night game, short week, you know he spent a lot of time in the trainer's room in the cold tub trying to get his legs back for this game.
Over the middle, he gets it to Collins.
He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Pierce will try to pick it up. And this will be a Texans first down as the tackle made at about the 38.
This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
A first down throw for Mills.
He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Mills to throw it.
This will be caught once again by Brown.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Looking to throw is Mills. Gets the dump off to Pierce.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A completion, yes, but certainly not what they wanted. A loss of a full 6 yards.
Well, that wasn't exactly a work of art, was it?
No, that wasn't a thing of beauty. That's just why I don't play in points per reception fantasy league.
Is that what they call PPR?
The receiver still gets a point there. Yeah. And you went that far back. No bueno.
Well, I'll tell you what. I wish I had their defense on my fantasy game.
Handoff right side to Pierce.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Mills.
Over the middle, complete. It's Jordan. And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. Just a gain of a couple there. And that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. He's got the leg, but it's no good. He missed it right, and that'll keep this a 1-point game.
And anytime you see a kicker trot out to try one from 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through, and that one winds up no good.
So here are the Eagles to take over. They've dropped 4 straight games coming into this one, remember, but they have the lead here. The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46.
Here's Hurts to throw.
Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TV. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Hurts now hoping to make up for that pick 6.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 4 coming up.
Throwing is Hurts.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll look to throw here. He gets it to Cooks.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw here. That'll be taken in by Anderson.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
When you decide to run a hitch route, it really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Got it.
3 yards remain for second down.
Right. Go. Check.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts.
Rolling to his right. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
Ready.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll go again with Sanders. Dances by him. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On the 6.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Out route pass complete to Goddard. They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10.
They'll drop to throw. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. So no gain on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Here we go. Back.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs.
On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4.
On 3rd down, here's Pierce.
And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
Here's Cameron Johnston now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession.
They are currently mired in a losing streak. Now they get the short week for the Thursday night game. Do you see that as a potential positive, or is this just more in what has been really a string of bad luck for them?
Well, to me, it comes down to leadership, and leadership's got to spin it into a positive and make it an advantage for them. Yes, we're in a losing streak. Yes, no one thinks we can win, but we have the resources we need right here in this room. Let's go ahead and play better. Let's hang together and shock the world a little bit. Put it all together, they've got a chance of coming out with a W.
Ready, ready. Bronco switch. Alert.
They run with Sanders off the option. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Another run here with Sanders. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. Hurts a handoff to Sanders.
No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. He'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, Eagles. Brandon Cooks. A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Eagles are an extra point away from capturing the lead.
Elliott on for the extra point. And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13. 5 plays there on that drive. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now out comes Houston.
They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels...
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by James Bradbury.
And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. At issue here, does the football make contact with the ground before he secured it? And I think some of these angles are going to give us a pretty good look.
Secured is the important part because the ball can touch the ground, but it can't be loose when it does. So that's what they're going to have to try and figure out.
Come on. Hey.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now back to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Looking to throw.
Goes right back to Smith again. And he is going to have an Eagles first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
Well, they've certainly gotten him involved in this first half, and on 3rd down, they looked his way again. And what a delight for his quarterback to find him and keep the drive moving.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll look to throw. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
It'll be Hurts on the option.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Back to throw. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So obviously they will decline the penalty there, and the result is 6 points.
That penalty is declined.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. That time a 6-play drive. And it was capped off by an Eagles touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
To throw, Mills.
Forced out, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. So now after the sack, Mills and the Texans needing to navigate a 3rd and long. Going for it with Pierce.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
Jalen Hurts bringing the Eagles out for their next drive.
He really continues to pick apart this defense. Last drive, perfect, and it culminated in his 3rd touchdown pass.
As long as we've been doing this, how many times has a player in this type of a zone described the game as really slowed down?
Yep.
So right now, instead of warp speed, it's
snail's pace.
Oh, snail's pace for him, and he can do whatever he wants. Feels like he has all the time in the world to throw the ball, and his offensive line has been giving him that.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
On 1st down, Hurts.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. On 2nd and 10.
Hurts has got Anderson on the slant.
Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield. for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Instead of a 3rd-and-1 run, they go pass, and they get 12 yards out of it.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Okay, break.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Hurts.
And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25.
Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. This from 42 yards out. The kick by Elliott is good. And the lead now 11, 24-13. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
And no reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on 1st down. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, guys, thanks very much. We'll get back with you shortly. But first, let's take a look at what's coming up.
Past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the 3rd quarter. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter.
And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told him, guys, if he wants to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
They'll throw on 1st down with Hurts. And once again, this is Sanders. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
So 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 45-yard line.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Cooks on the quick slant. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets, because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Flushed out right. And that is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Up the middle they go with Sanders. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Eluding the pressure right. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing 3rd down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort he just gave him.
Looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for 1st and goal. Sanders.
That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Sanders. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, that's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the 3rd quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now. So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Takes it at the 7. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this 3rd quarter. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the 2nd half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Pass interference. Defense.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10.
A first down throw for Mills.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
On 2nd down, here's Pierce.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Mills.
Got a man, it's Ross, complete.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Mills now looks to throw on first down.
Got an open man, the tight end, Jarwin. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. To throw again on 2nd down.
Mills
over the middle here to Brown.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection.
Mills' throw taken in by Collins. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. 1st and 10, it's Pierce.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive.
Here's Mills.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston.
Damian Pierce.
A 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Texans get a bit closer.
A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. Here's Hurts to throw.
Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Throwing is Hurts. On the slant, he's got Sanders.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Bronco switch, Bronco switch.
They'll run. It's Sanders. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44.
That play going nowhere thanks to Ross Blacklock.
Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it could be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
On 2nd and 12.
Hurts.
It's caught left side by Cooks. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag because when you do, you just put the ball on it and then let him run.
He's got some space. I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They're going to look to throw.
Quick slant here to Smith. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
Ready?
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Throw complete right side to Cooks. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Again, he'll drop to throw. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. 4 yards on the touchdown grab as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
From the 10. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Houston set to take over. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Pierce now up the middle.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
1st down, they go right back to Pierce.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Mills to throw it. That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Throwing, Mills. That's underneath to Pierce. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Houston.
Let's go.
2nd down and 7.
It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. Throwing again on 2nd down.
Mills.
Throw left side complete. That's Brown.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. Mills again. To Pierce, they set up the screen.
And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
Oh, we're always talking about the athleticism we see from these guys on the field. How about the intelligence as well? He recognized that there was a screen pass on that one, broke off his pass rush, and got back to tackle the running back. That's great scouting and great reaction.
Mills, 4th down, gotta have it.
He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. So the defense asked to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. It doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
They start on the ground here at Sanders. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory.
On second down, here's a keeper by the QB.
4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a third down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
And he's got his man. It's the tight end, Goddard. And he is going to have an Eagles first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Unlock line! Unlock line! No! Check! Panther!
They'll run with Sanders. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
66 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
He covered a lot of ground, great blocking, and now they can sniff that end zone.
They certainly can, and because of that run, maybe you come back and fake it to him on this play and throw a little play action. Someone should break wide open.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Hurts.
And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Robbie Anderson, his 3rd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year.
And the Eagles look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
But that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
Elliott good with a PAT. And they open the lead up now to 25. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Well, some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. And here comes the Texans now.
Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. First down, Mills. On a slant, here's Collins.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
Looking to throw is Mills. Swings this one out wide for Pierce. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
Looking to throw again on second down.
Mills.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The offense on third down tonight, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 8. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. So they'll wind up losing 5 yards on the play, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Well, you can see what they wanted to do. They wanted to set up the screen there, but it got blown up.
It's hard to run that play if you're not getting a lot of pressure at the quarterback because the space doesn't open up. They were able to read that one and slow it down and stop it before they could get a first down.
Now Mills on 4th down.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox.
And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football. Well, I guess an interception at this point on 4th down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there. and he winds up giving the ball away.
Eagles offense back out, getting set for this next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth quarter lead. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And some space here. There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Eagles have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the 4th. Well, Charles, they had the comfortable lead, and now it's even more comfortable. Another score here in the 4th quarter to grow that lead.
Bart, I think your initial reaction is surprise when you see a team piling it on this late in the blowout. But there are plenty of coaches who also think that if you pull up completely and stop trying to play the game, it shows disrespect to their opponent. So they don't want to embarrass them. They continue to let their players go for it.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw, Mills. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Mills to throw for it on 4th. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on 4th. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. And that makes them now 0 for 3 on 4th down attempts.
A lot of people would say they're showing a lot of guts going for it this many times on 4th down. I think they'd have to start thinking with their head a little bit more than with their gut and their emotions because it's not working for them. They've got to figure out what's been going wrong.
Now a carry for Sanders. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They'll go again with Sanders. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 117 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. A couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
Bronco switch.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he's brought down after a very nice gain.
Holding offense.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long?
Reload.
Here's Sanders. Good footwork at the 30. Fast footwork by Sanders. And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the first down right near the 24. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down. So Hurts is off, and on comes Jake Elliott for the Eagle field goal. He connected on his first, this from 41. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. Let's see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Mills.
And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Now Mills.
And that will be incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look.
Here we go.
And it is starting to appear, thankfully for them, that this is the week they're going to put it all together and end that long losing streak. They're not home yet, but in control in the 4th quarter.
It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Another run with Sanders.
And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Ross Blacklock
able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. And now out comes Houston.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
3rd and short yardage, Mills.
And that is incomplete. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. 37 yards on the punt with no return.
And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10.
Got it. Ready? Alert! Alert! Roll! Bring it!
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Well, partner, under the lights in primetime, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for Philadelphia,
they're back to 500 as they move to 4-4 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week where they take on Washington.
Meanwhile, for Houston, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants.